Hello, this is TC and welcome back to Flag Band Comic Studio. But today we're gonna be checking out for one more Flags of Comic Studio of something like Even Though. In the previous video I did something ridiculously, but I couldn't believe that I just combined for one of these flag symbols into anything around as well, but I don't really think we do crossovers from anything it does around like anything that it just chosen like when anything it goes to do. Because I was a little bit confusing around here to do so, but sometimes I felt so wrong that I just even did anything around here in the last previous video, but I'm sure that will not worry about the previous video because that definitely might going to get caught by some other kinds of government or something like that. And even around the world that we just totally going to be saying about here before the news have just absolutely going to be exposed my videos. Or some other kinds like the federal investigations have just absolutely probably might going to be released soon before I just already take my advantage to do so. I'm not doing my advantage like anything around here because I'm just doing this for myself, but unfortunately there's no help for me like anyways for to do this. So let's just search for flags of Comic Studio, but we have already checked out anything like the flag band and the official flags, and this could be every flags of the world, but not that one. Let's get around here for this one, especially we already checked out for Flagpedia and anything as well. So we have already absolutely tried to look around here for something else. I'm not probably sure those countries around here for selves, there must be lands or some sort of like anything for it to do this. So let's get around here to the world of flags, and everything was hugely working in progress. It will be taking a while around here. So there it goes. Let's take a look at anything it does around here from anything around here to check some flags and anything around here. There must be some countries over around here for this one and organizations from anything around here for this one. So let's check out all of the organizations like the South Asian things or whatever what it is. There's NATO and the United Nations of something else. Now, we have already tell you something about for all other kinds of countries of like anything of these things of probably for one of the black guys or some sort of saying these. So, even because of black reasons, because we wasn't able to be checking this out like whenever before, that must be the Antarctica state that probably isn't exist around here anytime soon. So, this is a country of Antarctica and Asian countries that I probably don't like anything around here for this time. So, due to intense racism like this, I may not actually going to be looking around here for this one. Next one is Europe. But definitely, this is absolutely pretty for easy countries like their names. I mean, easy names to say or speak it around here. Hard names throughout Southeastern Asians around here. So next one is North America. That features anywhere. And the Australian states. And more of them for Spanish and Portugal countries. But even though, there must be a little bit more. Such as territories. There must be a whole bunch of territories. You're probably going to let me know down in the comments if you're probably going to name them, including some unknown states or territories. So these are the United States territories or something that I just absolutely got around here for this one. They're included around here for French territories like these or anything as more, and more territories as Dutch territories. There's more countries with limited recommendations, but I'm not very sure things will going to be disappeared in World War III. And divisions that we definitely seeing around here for this one. So that's everything we all about. But I couldn't believe we wouldn't actually look for more, like anything it goes. Because you may not actually look it around from anything it goes. We wouldn't able to be putting around in the flag stands as well. But I chose Italy that I shouldn't live. But even though that's somebody's favorite country that they wanted to do. And of course, we're probably gonna be end of this video soon because that was pretty quick. I have took a few minutes around here that since in the previous video I just did something even more ridiculous or shocking that I ever saw. It was eventually this that I just totally added anything around here. I put Greg Heffley and Gingerbrave over here for one of these balls for whatsoever around here. So this is the previous video that I just eventually did in Poland Ball Comic Studio, such as Country Balls Comic Studio, but unofficial. So things have just absolutely that I just started to get pretty patriotic as well. So you might actually going to be for a surprise for these, but there it goes. I just put Stars and Stripes countries over here, but non-Stars and Stripes countries are down over here, including South Park characters as well. I'm now starting up in the top as well, but I couldn't able to be showing for some options like these. So I put one of these flags like the red, white, and blue, but stars and stripes and other symbols like that. And even though and more for one of these things as well, because such as Norway, Ohio, or anything like Puerto Rico and something like that. So I have definitely put the flags like Hawaii, the country of itself for this one, but I definitely didn't know around here since I wouldn't actually get around here in South Africa. And even though this is absolutely Liberia flag over here, so this is absolutely a Liberia flag that I just put the Liberia flag over here right next to Hawaii, and flags such as Texas, Chile, United States, Ohio, Malaysia, Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom, which means it's Great Britain, Puerto Rico, Thailand, Dutch, Netherlands, Russia. Even though what is actually going to be for an unknown country like this, I didn't actually show like anything about like that known as this. I probably didn't actually going to be looking around here for some more of these things as well. But I put around state flags like Tennessee and Utah. And that's also the part of the state like this thing as well. I'm not sure. It's also part of the states in United States around here. But also include Iceland flag, Cuba, and even more such a state of this thing as well. And right down is something very big is North Korea. I'm not very sure because this country looked like very tensioned to everyone and never to be booked around here worldwide. And more countries like, even though as these countries like Costa Rica, and even though as well for that one as well, and right next to Panama and South Korea. And I put for stacking United States flag everywhere it does. But I really think this is actually shouldn't be supposed like anything around here as well. So I would not able to be worried around here for this one. Because I definitely put around here for this country as Dominican Republic. Dominican Republic flag is actually right there. And right next to Costa Rica over here. So let's count around of these flags. and I wouldn't able to be singing along. And so I put the flags like the red, white, and blue or stars and stripes flags are Hawaii, Liberia, Ohio, Texas, United States, Malaysia, Chile, and there's more like Cuba over here for this one, North Korea, or this country like this one, or some unknown state of nothing like I just tried to do. And more should be Australia, New Zealand, Great Britain as United Kingdom, Puerto Rico, Thailand, Dutch Netherlands, this thing as well, Russia, Tennessee, France, Iceland, Utah, Cuba, and probably there's more as Dominican Republic, North Korea, Panama, Costa Rica, and South Korea as well. Thankfully, there's no more around of these red, white, and blue flags due to racism reasons. But I just put around United States flags over here because that definitely from these sprites could be from American Dad and some South Park characters whatsoever. And there's a flag stand over here, and there is Eric Cartman as a police officer right next on to those democracy people, or the democratic people for these things as well. And thankfully, that will be the end of this video for this time. The link is going to be in description about every country flags of the world. Huge work in progress. It's right into the description down below, so you can check it out when everything it goes around here. But exactly when you already learn about all of the flags, or over 200 flags like for this one. Especially, you can check out the link in the description below to browse some comics whenever you want. Especially, you need to be at the age of 13 to do so with anything when it goes on. And there is a lot of communities out there for this whole platform, or an unofficial platform as well. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later.